Howdy out there, everyone. Today we're going to take a quick look at this Warner Brothers Archive Collection release of Victory, or Victoire, as they say at the end of the film. And of course, this is based on, an event that apparently has gone on to be somewhat questionable in its veracity, but one that nonetheless is a compelling story, and I'm sure something along these lines did happen. But basically, it's a World War II prisoner of war, German prisoner of war camp for the Allies, rather. And we've got Michael Caine, former footballer from England, along with Pele and some other professional football players, actually, soccer players for those in the US. And essentially Max von Sydow, who's a German officer, he approaches Michael Caine because he recognizes him as a famous English football player, and proposes a game against the Germans. Basically, the best that Germany has to offer against the best that the Allies have to offer, who are imprisoned. So already you're looking at basically the longest yard, but set in World War II Germany. And it's really, I think, a compelling mashup, so to speak. So it's a little bit of The Great Escape, a little bit of The Longest Yard, and features a crackerjack cast in Sylvester Stallone, Michael Caine, and Max von Sydow, and of course Pele is in it as well, with the famous kick at the end. But this movie was directed by none other than John Huston, who of course is a titan in the film industry, and had made just a bevy of films that, most notably, I think African Queen was probably his most famous. But I would just say that this movie is absolutely worth a watch. It came out in 1981. Around that time, Sylvester Stallone had already sort of hit big with Rocky, and I believe Rocky 2. He then went on to do, Nighthawks, and then Rocky 3. So he had a moment there, and of course he's continued to have a moment. He's had a very long career, although I would argue that his best work is typically not the most famous and recognizable work. I think his efforts in Copland, in Nighthawks, and even in this film are quite good. I really did love Rocky 1 and 2. The rest of them are pretty much garbage, but entertaining, guilty pleasures, as it were. But I'm happy to report, as you can see, I picked this up used. What a deal, $2.99. And the Warner Brothers Archive Collection just does a fantastic job with their transfers, and this is certainly no exception. It's a 1080p Blu-ray, but it has just got pinpoint accuracy. The sound is great. My surrounds were active and engaged. The score was fantastic. Dialogue comes through clean and crisp and clear. The special features are pretty Spartan, namely just a trailer, but I think this is definitely a worthwhile pickup, especially at this price point. And of course, you have here the disc. So I would definitely recommend watching this. It's a great sports movie, great World War II prisoner of war film. It has a little bit of everything, and I think it has a rousing conclusion. I was quite surprised, in fact, with how accomplished the editing was in the game itself. It was very well done, which of course, I would expect nothing less from John Huston, but definitely give this one a watch. It had been several decades since I had seen this. I think the last time I had watched this was back on HBO in the 80s. But damn if it doesn't hold up. So on that note, I just hope everyone out there as well, please do take care out there, stay safe, be kind, and by all means, keep watching good cinema.